Welcome to Ausable Valley Disc Golf. Today we are at Flip City, which is just outside of Shelby, Michigan. It's a privately owned course, well maintained, and we're on to hole 1, 253 feet, par 3.
Yeah, so this course is currently rated number 6 in the nation, and it's a beautiful course, very well maintained. The owner of it is he's a very nice guy, and it is a pay-to-play course. It's only $5 per day. Women and children play free though.
Yeah, so we're on hole 1, and it's a fairly straight shot. You just have that big pine there that you have to avoid. Otherwise, it's just kind of a nice starting hole.
Yeah. All told, it's a very easy hole. It is blind off the tee.
Yeah.
Good putt.
Nice putt there from me. But
Yeah, we have a newcomer to the channel. We have Keith.
yep. Hole 2, 503 feet. It's a par 4. It's the first par 4 of the day.
Finding garden.
There are a bunch of little rock gardens and gardens spread out throughout the course, and most of them play OB. So that is something to note if you do play here.
Yeah, and I believe that road that crosses right in front of us, you said was OB, so a little driveway.
This roller for fun.
Football.
That seems to be an ongoing gag between you two.
Yeah. Brian and I, for a while, we were just calling nonsense flip faults on each other, just to kind of get under each other's skin.
It didn't flip enough. Sit.
He tried to throw a little roller there, which seemed to be the play, but as I get beautiful ground play, I wanted to go low with the low ceiling, but
Well, I had to keep it low.
not that low.
Right. Yeah, I thought I threw a really good shot,
Get by
and I
it.
think if I get by this tree, I'm in really good shape, but did not happen.
Nice up.
Good shot.
Nice little up there for his par save. Nice up for you for a par save.
Nice
Brian
line.
gives it a little line there to get a par save, and I missed my birdie putt.
Hole 3, 374 feet, par 3. This one's downhill. It's kind of a tunnel shot, but it's actually pretty open.
Yeah.
And it's one of those holes that you just, if you throw it right, you're in good shape. But for some reason,
Low throwing.
we all had trouble on this hole.
Yeah. Your general assumption on this hole is throw it low, because you're thinking if you put it high, you're hitting the tree
Not a
branches
bad
and you're
result.
not going to get far. But throwing low on an elevated tee, you're going to throw it straight into the ground. Brian was a little early there, but didn't end up too bad. He actually had the furthest drive out of all of us.
Yeah.
Not horrible.
Yeah, I
Oh, sit.
early done this one and got a bad flare skip. Left me quite a tester.
Nice
Just
up.
outside of your pretty comfortable make every
Sit.
time range.
Yeah. And
Oh.
Nasty little spit
after
out
watching
there. Brian
Brian have a skip out, it made me not putt so good, and I ended up front cage. And the other two, parred.
Hole 4, 293 feet, par 3. It's all uphill.
That'll work just fine, Keith. Oh, got good.
He got a bad little clip there, and I flipped mine over,
Oh, nice kick.
but not a bad kick.
Yeah, Brian squares this tree up, whack. And I'm thinking I'm just going to throw, I thought I threw a really good shot. And I
Also
caught that
hit at
tree.
it.
Yeah. Brian's theme for today was a lot of tree
Set.
hits.
Yeah. And this one I just had to muster up and throw it as hard as I could. Hopefully get a flare skip towards the basket.
You got a putt.
It skipped up the hill, not towards the basket though.
All told, from the position you were in, it wasn't a bad shot.
No. It gave me a look.
Yeah.
Nice putt, Brian.
Kind of a death putt look.
Yeah.
But
Which might have attributed to you throwing a little low there.
yeah. Hole 5, 289 feet, par 3. This one you kind of throw right over this kind of a hill type of
Set.
camel's hump here.
All right.
Yeah.
And so we had a spotter on the top so we could all kind of understand. There's OB on the right side, OB on the left.
Yep. That was a really nice shot there.
Yeah. Here comes your shot. But this is the first time you get to see how close you really were.
Oh man. Wow. When you told me I went right over top of it, I didn't believe you, because this hole is a very hard hole
off
to
that.
get up to
Okay.
the
Sit now.
pin.
Yeah.
Sit now.
And
You're safe.
I'm about a foot to a foot and a half in the OB, or inbound, so then that'll be
Short.
not a bad shot for me.
And you're rolling.
Yeah, Keith caught a really nasty roll there. Put him all the way down at the bottom of the pin.
Yeah, that's going to be a theme for this course.
If you hit on Ed, you're rolling
Good
away.
Nasty rollaways.
Sit. Sit. Okay.
That's where
Get
his
up.
rollaway landed, way down there at the
Get
bottom
up.
of the hill.
Yeah, and I guess that's where my drive ended up, which is
Yeah.
one of the best
Drive?
drives I've ever had on this hole.
Good putt.
Hole 6, 285 feet, par 3. It's pretty much dead straight. There's one tree in the middle, and for some reason, every time I play it, I grip lock it.
Yeah, that's exactly what you just said, too.
Brian with a little bit early release there.
Wow.
And
3 holes in a row.
3 holes in a row, he smokes a tree.
Yep.
Yeah, I caught it, too.
Wow. That killed it.
I don't think I got the trunk. I think I got the branches. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Keith threw a really nice shot there.
Yeah.
About pin high, it just left him a little outside of circle.
Go in.
Great up for you. And I ended up about pin high as well.
Oh.
Yeah,
Never
nice
gave a
little
good run. I felt like I was way off
Yeah.
on it.
I mean, it was definitely a long putt, so you can't really expect to make those all the time. So hole 7, 305 feet. This one, you kind of have a little valley, and it goes. Then the basket's up on top of a mound.
Yeah, it's hilltop to hilltop, basically.
Yeah, and
Yes,
I
Brian.
didn't-
That's the width you need.
you know, this is my very first time playing this hole, and
Still no shot.
I didn't know that it dropped off so dramatically after the basket. But
You
I
threw a dime of a shot.
Get out
I
of it.
threw about the best
Come
shot
on.
I ever could have thrown, and I thought I had it.
Oh,
And I think it probably landed like, if it was flat ground, like 5 feet past the basket. But it's not flat behind the
No,
basket.
it goes way downhill after.
get in. Oh,
Great
good
run.
run.
Yeah. Like this putt here,
The camera does not do
Yeah.
it justice. It
But
is way uphill.
you heard him hit.
And he rolled
And that,
all the way down.
Right, and he's down next to me.
Nice up.
That's where Brian landed, or stopped rolling.
And I think you just flew down there.
Yeah, I think my disc ended up flying down there.
I don't know how that spit through.
I know, that literally went right through.
Hole 8, 254 feet, par 3. One of the easier holes on the course. It's wide open off the tee. Throw something stable for a right-hander and swing it back into the basket.
Yeah, I got my buzz, and I just tried to get something that to turn over a little bit, and
Juiced it.
I juiced it. I threw it about 300 feet.
Overall, it is a little downhill, and then it
Right.
slopes downhill further after the basket as well. So it probably plays about 230-ish, but the hillside there kind of makes you throw higher than you really need to.
Yeah.
Good run.
Decent run there. Ryan catching some foliage. That's where you ended up.
Yeah.
And after the spit out, I didn't want to hit dead center, so
Yeah.
I'd pull it.
And just a couple tap-ins.
Yeah, a couple strokes that I could have gained on those two holes.
Hole 9, 222 feet. This one
Spray and pray.
is spray and pray. It's literally pick a lane, throw at it, hopefully you hit it.
It's all the way down there.
Most likely you're not going to, and you're going to plinko your way all the way to the hole.
Yeah. For a short hole, it's tough to get to the basket.
Yeah, and Keith throws a really good shot right here.
Oh.
He just didn't get the ground play. For a left-hander, I never saw a lane on this hole.
No, I mean, there's one small lane that's pretty much straight off the tee pad,
Right?
but it is a very tight lane to hit.
Yeah, now you can see me just plinko my way through the forest here.
Going.
Ryan hit a pretty good
Good line.
attempt.
And I ended up getting about pin high,
Nice
just
putt.
30 feet off,
Yeah.
and complete air ball. Left me with this, and I left low. Stop! And it rolls.
Yeah. That's the theme of this course. If you don't make it,
And that's two more strokes.
yeah.
Hole 10, 275 feet, par 3. Up the hill, another blind shot. Not a bad spot.
Yeah, that was
You're-
Keith's shot.
This is mine, which I was trying to take a secondary route and hopefully skip up into the plateau there where the basket's sitting at. And it just never got the skip into the plateau. It got a nice skip forward.
Yeah, I pulled my shot right here, but it turned out not too bad.
Skip.
Right.
I think if I would have hit my lane, I would have been a lot closer.
Right.
Fuck.
And we all completely forgot that Brian was so far back. But 2 for 2 for trees on this hole. And about
Nice up, Brian.
17 for 17 on the course.
Yeah. Yeah, if I could have just gotten all over that ridge right there,
Good try.
who knows, I would have been
Parked
at least
more than likely.
parked or at least easier putting than something straight downhill.
Putt.
Hole 11, 334 feet. This one is wide open,
One of their signature holes.
and you just have to
Pretty good.
grip it and throw it as far as you can.
That's a loop.
And the 334 or 343, it's touchy because once you get out to where that valley is, the wind underneath it's going to play with your disc a lot more than it would if you were just playing on flat ground.
Yeah.
Hold that.
And that was a great shot.
Nice shot.
Turn it over, Win.
Yeah, we had About
Watch
a
it.
10-minute delay on this hole.
We forgot some batteries in the car, and
We
this is
forgot
one of the
some
farther
batteries,
holes out
yeah.
from the parking lot. Decent run there. But you know what? Midway through the round, I think y'all deserved a break, and that was a nice birdie putt for me.
Yeah, that was a good putt.
And at this point in the round, I feel like I'm playing really well. I mean, obviously a couple strokes were lost out there, but not too bad.
This is hole 1A, 250 feet. It's a par 3.
Oh. All downhill.
All downhill. You have a little bit of a gap, and you just kind of shoot it, and hopefully you can get to it. There's a little bit of a guardian tree right there right in the center of the gap there, and you get by that, and you're in pretty good shape. You threw it right under the basket. It just skipped uphill.
Way uphill, yeah.
And
you threw it up to where I was sitting.
Yeah. And I threw a buzz, and I don't know. This is a good putt by Keith here.
Yep. Brian had the same distance of a putt, but he has that rock right in his way.
Yeah. And I got this downhill kind of depth, and again, another one right off the front of the cage.
Yeah, and I saw you go low, and I said, I'll go low too. Don't want to show everybody
this little,
up.
tricky stand in between the tree putt.
On to hole 2A, 672 feet, par 4, longest hole on the course.
That'll be
Rip it and rip it off the tee, really.
Yeah.
And this big group of trees right in the middle of the fairway there decides to gobble up 4 for 4 on our shots.
Yeah, we were dead on.
Which, I mean, that's middle of the fairway, so we all threw.
That tree is gobble, gobble, gobble.
All three.
And of course we know Brian's going to hit a tree because he hasn't missed one yet.
Yeah. Oh, good game.
This fairway, too, it's a lot of rolling up and down hills.
Yeah,
I'm throwing too hard.
uphill run. Tried to throw it too hard. I ended up yanking it left into the tree line there.
Yeah, that'll work.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot right there.
And there, I'm pinched on my run-up,
I didn't want to do. Sit down.
and I didn't have the follow-through I wanted to, so I couldn't get the flip on that disc.
Right.
Otherwise, who knows?
Nice shot. That should work.
And with this being a par 4, it is a very difficult par 4.
Yeah.
Just because
Good
of,
putt.
I mean, the length with how many trees are positioned almost perfectly.
Burn.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a par 4 if it was just a field. And with it being trees and everything in the way, I mean, you could easily probably even say this would be a par 5 if you really wanted to.
Oh, no.
But even still, it's a great hole.
yeah.
I enjoy the hole, even though it's almost a guaranteed 5 every time.
Oh,
I knew it too. Right out of my hand, I knew it was too far out.
good putt.
I finally make a decent putt. Everybody else taps them in.
Foot fault.
Hole 3A, 303 feet. Another kind of spray and pray shot.
Yeah. This one, it's a little bit easier to get to the end, but it's still very tough. And I ended up finding another sneaky little line, got all the way down to the end.
Yeah, I early released horribly. And
Which, this hole and the last hole has OB running between the two to kind of protect the two holes.
right.
So,
Get
luckily
up.
nobody found it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna have to throw a troubled roller here, try to get me out of trouble. It got forward. That's about all I can say for that.
Yeah.
And you can hear everybody else just kind of going their way,
Lumberjacking.
lumberjacking.
Good up. Great
I
run.
mean, you're either going to be lucky and hit no trees, or you're going to get unlucky and hit every tree in the way.
Right. Spit out from you there. And I didn't want that birdie, I guess.
No.
My putting was off. My driving was on.
Yeah.
That's the way I felt. On to hole 4A, 270 feet, par 3. This one is another wide open spot. Basket is positioned right behind a tree.
Yeah, you threw a really good shot. You were, I think, within 10 feet.
Yeah, pretty much parked. Brian was pin high, just a little bit off to the left side there. Keith threw a nice shot, and then he ended up going way deep.
Yeah. I threw about the best shot I could have thrown.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I was
Yeah.
pretty much parked.
And at this point, I was telling you, if you don't knock in this birdie, because you hadn't gotten a birdie yet,
Yeah. That I should just quit and go home.
I thought I told you that you were walking home.
Yeah. And the basket said
No.
That might be my worst spit out. That's not even a spit out. It regurgitated that disc.
You were at the bottom of the basket. It coughed your disc up.
Yeah. Hole 5, 367 feet.
Wide open tee shot, but once you get to that wood line, it's...
Yeah. And it's,
if you get through, you get through. If you don't, you're there.
yeah, and it's downhill, and
Whoa.
you guys kind of got collected by the trees. I mean, there weren't bad shots. I, on the other hand,
Get around
made it
it.
a little bit further than you guys did into the
Through
woods.
it.
Yes.
And I
Nice
ended up
shot.
hitting a tree, but I made it, I don't know, 30 or 40 feet farther than you guys did.
And Brian,
Okay,
at
it
this
worked
point,
out
was
just fine.
trying to throw some pretty good, or some pretty
That works out.
different shots because he was frustrated with his round and
Yeah.
threw a roller there.
Nice shot.
Got just about to where Keith and I were.
Yeah.
Little Anheuser putt there from me just to get up close.
Yep, and that's where Brian is. And
Another tree.
you can see right in front of where Brian's putting, that's where my disc landed. So it was a pretty good shot. I mean, I had a look. Didn't make it.
Yeah, for sure. Couple pars.
As you
and,
can tell, everybody loves to stack rocks on this course.
Yep. Hole 6A, 395 feet. Tunnel going out from the tee, and then wide open once you get out there.
Yeah. If you don't make the tunnel, you're in trouble.
Yes. Especially if you get kicks like I got.
Yeah. Keith made it out. Brian made it out.
And you and I decided to play some good old AVD kart golf.
Yeah, I decided that you needed some company.
Need
Well,
somebody to hold the
yeah.
camera, right?
I threw a forehand thrower
No,
just to get out. I mean, I really didn't have
it's-
anything.
It's tough. Little early from me there. And then there it was just pitch out.
Yeah.
Take your medicine, pitch out.
He threw it a little lower than he wanted to. I threw mine a little higher than I wanted to.
Spike. I threw mine at the height I wanted to, I just didn't put it at the basket.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to run that. With the basket, or with the hillside behind it, there's no reason not to
Yeah.
run it.
I think Brian was trying to flex something, and it just
He
never
didn't put the
flexed.
turn on it, yeah.
Yeah. So I left myself quite the putt. And, luckily it sat. I mean, you can see the steepness. If you don't get it to sit, it could be bad.
Yeah, you're rolling all the way back
All I
down.
need is
Nice
a
little
second.
putt there from me.
Yeah. The rest of us just tapped them in.
Hole 12, 263 feet, par 3. This is another signature hole. It's hilltop to hilltop again. Another slope back behind the basket, and it's up on a stump.
no.
Yeah.
The basket is.
This is the hole that Brian aced.
And he
And
tells the story every day.
exactly. And he,
Every day.
you know,
His turn.
and
Now I need
here we are playing it, and he didn't throw a very good shot. And here I go, and I almost ace it right in his face.
Go in. Go in. Oh.
Oh, it was close. I'd
It was
be
close.
curious how close it was.
You were probably right at the
Nice
basket,
shot.
just a little too high.
Yeah.
Good upshot from Brian. That's
Nice
all I
layup. I thought we
had.
don't lay
Yeah.
up on this channel.
I have no run at the basket, John.
Yawn.
And this is Keith.
He
Runs the putt,
Oh no.
and goodbye.
yeah.
I
Return
don't
to
know why he laid
sender.
up.
This is the worst rollaway to date.
Yes.
Wow.
And we're just watching it roll.
Yeah, that's where he ended up. It was a full throw back, and he
That's
didn't
where he
even
was.
get.
Right back,
Yeah.
to where he was.
Yeah.
Stay.
And stayed up on the stump.
And here I am. I'm like, come on, get this birdie.
Hi.
And edge,
kidding me?
roll away.
How many
Yeah.
times do I have to birdie chain out?
But yours curled up halfway down the hill.
Yeah.
To leave you with this masterful
Oh, what a
throw
putt.
putt.
Top 10 of the year.
And Brian, this hole took him out to dinner and ate him up.
Should have played
And
safe
he
like
almost
that.
had a rollaway too. If it weren't for those rocks, he
You
was
made your
rolling down
par
the hill.
anyway.
Yeah.
I know.
It wouldn't have mattered if you laid up.
I was just gonna stand right here.
Hole 13, 418 feet. This one's downhill. It's not tight, but it's not a wide open fairway either.
Yeah, I pulled mine just a little bit there.
Yeah.
Turn more, turn more,
You
turn
threw a
more,
pretty good
turn more.
shot.
Yeah. I threw my
Good
crank
kick.
SS and wanted
Good
it to
putting.
be understable and turn over, and it never really did. But I did hit a tree, and it kicked back towards the
Yeah.
basket a little bit.
You hear me saying to John, "You're putting," and he's like, "It's a 400-foot hole. I'm not
Uh-oh.
putting." And
Comes
I'm
in.
like, "No, you are putting. It's downhill, John. You're
Right.
pin high, ish." And I thought I threw a good shot, and I more than likely did. It just hit
Hopefully it didn't
edge of that hillside and rolled back down. And Keith didn't know where the basket was at, so he was throwing blind up there.
Yeah, this course, if you don't know where everything is, and that's where my drive landed.
The dad putt.
The floaty dad putt.
And if you don't know where this, if you've never played this course
shit.
before,
Another roll away.
yeah, you don't know where the baskets are, and that's one of the big down things of this course that I do not like,
Nice.
is there are 0 T signs.
Yeah,
I mean, if you've never played this course before,
it's tough. But hole 14, 338 feet. This is one of the more difficult holes on the course to access the pin on.
yeah, I wanted to throw it. I think I wanted to throw it more like Keith does here, but a little higher. I can't remember if I wanted to throw it there or if I wanted to go super wide. I don't remember what I exactly was thinking at the moment, but
Yeah.
it wasn't what I threw.
I threw mine where I wanted to. I just threw it so far.
I mean,
It just out flew the landing zone that I wanted to be
Right.
where are
in.
you going?
And another roller.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Nice shot.
Nice shot from you. And I'm in this bundle of twigs.
What's up?
Pitch up to right underneath the basket.
Stop.
Keith gave it a pretty good run. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Tap-ish in.
Hole 15, 451 foot par 3.
John
Another one.
Vandergaard.
Tunnel off the tee, but it's open when you get out of it.
Yeah, it's a fairly routine shot as long as you just get it through the tunnel.
Yeah. We went 1 for 1, 2 for 2.
Made the gap.
Yep.
3 for 3.
Got
Yeah,
Through.
Keith threw a beautiful shot.
Nice drive.
Yep.
Down the middle.
And Tree Man here.
And Brian decides
What you got today?
I can't go without hitting a tree. This one went right out in the fairway.
Yep. I threw a decent shot. I just wanted it higher.
Yeah, I yanked this
shit.
one. As you can tell, I was not happy with
Go
that
in.
one.
And I think Keith was running
Good run.
that.
Yeah, he had a really good run.
Go it. Oh. Nice putt, John.
Nice putt.
Yeah, that was a really good putt by me.
On to hole 16, 494 feet, par 3. And this one could be a par 4 and we would not complain. It is a
Oh,
tough,
John. Where
tough
are you
hole.
going?
Yeah, I was trying to go high, but I ended up turning it over, and bad disc selection is what it was.
Yeah. I tried to go
Stand up.
roller, and I rarely try and go roller.
Yeah, I wanted something to flex, and
Yeah,
There you go.
it didn't.
Perfect.
It just didn't do
Nice
what I
shot.
wanted
Center.
it to do. It was a bad disc selection.
It's a very low ceiling if you take the middle gap.
Yeah.
If you take a hyzer gap, you're not getting as far, but it's, you know, it's more wide open. And you can see Brian going with another roller attempt there. You threw a beautiful shot here.
Yeah, this was
Nice
a pretty good
shot,
shot
dude.
by me. I got back to within reasonable par attempt-ish.
And another low shot for me. I wanted that a whole lot higher just to slide on that dirt to get up to the pin there.
Yeah, and this is a different type of basket than you normally see. I mean, the basket itself is fine, but as you can see, it's a hanging basket, and you don't see those everywhere.
Oh, take your bag
Little
off.
lapse in judgment there. Just tried to putt it too quick.
Hole 17, 170 feet, par 3.
Uphill and back
Uphill.
down. Another blind shot.
Yeah, and it's another up and over a hill, kind of a camel's hump type of situation. It's a very finesse
Sit down.
shot.
Yep.
Too far, you're going too far. Too
And-
short.
Oh, no,
Keith hit
no,
on
no.
that
Putt.
rolled all the way down.
Yeah. And I think
You're
this
out
will
to
be the
the
first time
yard.
you get to see your shot here that you thought you threw perfectly. Not this one here, but your shot right here. You thought you threw it perfectly.
I thought I threw it great.
And it just,
Way too high.
Down
I
to the
guess.
card.
yeah.
Nice shot, Brian.
Yep, I thought I had good height, good speed control on it, and it just sailed.
Yeah. It did what your disc is supposed to do. It just stayed afloat.
Yeah.
Problem is the downhill
And
slope. And
I hit this tree
yeah,
and roll almost back to where I was.
yeah. Again, like we've said, rollers
Oh,
seem to
good
be
run.
the issue here.
Good putt.
A lot of elevation
And
on this course.
up through the last two holes, I was still sitting +1, I believe.
Yeah.
Hole 18, 228, tight off the tee, and I'm sorry we had a
Oh my god, I did
camera
not-
malfunction here.
Yeah.
And it was just off the tee for some reason.
Yeah, we don't know what happened here, and if you need to fast forward through this, then go ahead.
Drop.
But, we still wanted to be able to at least give you the opportunity to see that we did throw some tee shots.
Which, Brian's was the only one that got all the way through.
Yeah, I thought I threw a really good shot, and then there was a tree that was like right behind another tree that I didn't see, and I hit that tree and caromed off. If I would have known that tree was there, I think I could have been a lot closer, but it didn't turn out.
Go in. Oh.
Yeah, and at this point, I needed to make that to outright win, which I did not do. So Keith was
Good
able
finish,
to
Keith.
tie.
Nice putt.
We both tied at +6, and we went back to hole 1 for a little playoff. We
Yeah.
just did it closest to the pin because we didn't want to play multiple holes.
Yeah, a little CTP here, and Keith throws a pretty good shot. I mean, he left a lot to go and a lot to be desired, and then Alex, he throws a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to get it to hook a little bit more towards the pin, but it got collected by that tree again, and it was.
So that was Flip City. Did it live up to the billing that everybody has given it to? In my opinion, it did not. It's not a bad course. Still, I personally give it like a 3.8, which is a pretty good rating. But when you're talking one of the top courses in the nation, I don't think so.
I give it a little bit higher. I give it a 4.2. It has really nice fairways. It's very well maintained. And like I said, the owner is a really nice guy. But please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.